Hello and welcome to another Miles Oberstedt video. I've been away for a while. I've been kind of crazy busy with work, and I've finally started working on this other side project, which isn't UDK, but it is pretty cool in its own way. It's kind of mobile development. It's kind of a lot of different things. So yeah, let me get started. This is Flex, for those of you who don't know. Flex is a kind of a shared runtime development tool made by Adobe to publish in Air, which is compatible with iOS devices and Android devices, and Blackberry too. But anyway, this application is meant to do socket connections. Now, socket connections are these they're kind of like services that listen on a port, and you can connect to them with clients and share data real time. So let me show you what I mean by that. I've got my server application here, which is pretty simple. It just it goes through, sets up a connection, sets a friendly name for it, and it listens automatically when it's start up. It listens on the address 0.0.0.0, which basically means it accepts all connections to the machine. Let me go over to my client here. And this is kind of an Android emulator, sort of, that runs in a separate kind of sandbox. It goes out and it searches its current subnet for servers running on a port. So this is kind of a port scanning, I don't know, service discovery sort of tutorial. And let me show you how it works. So I'll launch my server application here. So it just comes up, says that it's bound to 0.0.0 on port 8214. And I can bind and it'll disconnect and rebind. And I'll start up my client here. So the client here has a couple different options. It's a log, there's messages to send, and then servers will appear here. And this is meant to be used in an environment where there's multiple servers in a subnet. It's also meant to be used with multiple clients connecting to multiple servers and just managing all that. So let's see what happens when we click scan. You'll see it rapidly kind of going through all these IP addresses, and just found my server. And so you'll see here in the server log there's a connection from this IP address on this port, and you can see that it asked for a name. So this name request kind of goes out to the server, and the server responds with its friendly name, which you can display or however you like to the user. So once you have your list of servers, if we had more servers running, they'd be appearing here. But since we don't, let's just click on this one, hit connect. And so this is the persistent connection. And then we can type in hello world and click send. And that sends off to the server hello world. And in case you are wondering, you can send things other than strings. You can send whole objects. You can send all kinds of data between the two. Another common one is XML. It's also a multi-threaded client scanner, and let me show you what that means. Basically, that means right here, the number of sockets it creates at once. Right now I have it set to 20. If you turn this up too much, it'll kind of take up too much memory, or more than I'd like. But you can set that to 254, which is all of the addresses in a Class C subnet, which will mean it will scan all 254 pretty much in a second here. Let me just type that in. And I'll close out of my client here. And I'll rerun that. And I'll click scan, and it's pretty much instant. I mean, it's done. So yeah, that is a simple socket server in Flash, or I should say ActionScript. In Flex, ActionScript kind of plays a part, but it's not everything. So yeah, I'll probably post the code on this, check the descriptions, check my site, and thanks for watching.